Are you familiar with possession, also known as al-mas? It turns out these phenomena go much deeper than you might think. While some people barely experience anything, others struggle daily with the consequences. In this video, we will explore the 5 levels of possession by Jinn. What is a Jinn? First, let's begin with what exactly a Jinn is. Jinn are supernatural beings created by Allah, much like humans and angels. They possess free will and can choose to be good or evil. Like humans, they will be judged for their deeds on the Day of Judgment. The Quran mentions that Jinn were created from a smokeless and scorching fire. And He created the Jinn from a smokeless flame of fire. Surah Ar-Rahman 55:15. Jinn can influence humans, sometimes resulting in possession or other forms of psychic and physical harm. There are different levels of possession, which we will now discuss in detail. Level 1. Full body possession. Full body possession is the most severe form and can be divided into 2 types. Long-term or permanent possession. In long-term possession, a Jinn remains continuously present and exerts full control over a person's body. This can affect speech, behavior, and cause serious symptoms like blackouts and unconsciousness. This type of possession often occurs in complex cases involving sihr and Jinn ashiq, where the Jinn is deeply embedded in the individual's personality. Treatment for long-term possession requires intensive ruqya sessions to expel the Jinn. Temporary possessions. Temporary possessions involves periodic control by a Jinn over the person's body. But during specific ritual sessions such as ruqya, the Jinn can temporarily be expelled. However, the Jinn often returns after the session. This type of possession is often accompanied by persistent symptoms outside of treatments, such as obsessive thoughts, waswas, and disturbing dreams. While less permanent than long-term possession, temporary possession can still cause significant disruptions in an individual's daily life, often requiring regular ruqya and daily dhikr for protection. Level 2. Possession of a specific body part. This form of possession is characterized by a Jinn's complete control over a specific body part, such as a leg, arm, eye, or tongue. This can lead to sudden paralysis, blindness, or speech problems without a medical explanation. Sometimes the Jinn may migrate from one body part to another, resulting in alternating symptoms at different times. This type of possession can be extremely frustrating as it is often difficult to diagnose and treat, requiring detailed observation and specific ruqya focused on the affected body part. Level 3. External possession. Al-mas al-khariji. This form of possession can be divided into 2 categories. Constant external possession. In constant external possession, the Jinn does not reside inside the person's body but operates from the outside. This often occurs in cases of sihr where, for various reasons, the Jinn cannot enter the body, such as out of revenge or due to affection for the person. Sometimes, a ashiq may be in love with the person but unable to enter the body. The challenge with this type of possession is that, like tajir, the Jinn flees during ruqya sessions, providing relief to the patient during treatments and showing no signs of possession. However, outside of treatments, many troubling symptoms may occur such as waswas, nightmares, and sightings of animals or shadows haunting the person. Temporary external possessions. Here, a Jinn is also present outside the person's body but is not constantly active. This means the person may feel fine for days without complaints but then suddenly experience severe symptoms again. The symptoms may resemble those of constant external possession, but vary in intensity over time. This type of possession often requires repeated treatment sessions and a continuous focus on protection. Level 4. External possession causing illnesses. This form of possession manifests by causing or worsening illnesses from outside the body. It can be divided into two forms. External possession causing unexplained illnesses. This is a particularly challenging case where the patient suffers from an illness with no medical explanation. All medical tests show nothing abnormal, yet the patient continues to experience symptoms. When ruqya is applied, it often has no effect because the jinn causes the illness from outside, and its influence is not broken by conventional treatments. This traps the patient in a cycle of unexplained symptoms and ineffective treatments, often requiring a combination of spiritual and medical approaches for relief. External possession, exacerbating existing illnesses. In this case, a jinn worsens the symptoms of an already existing illness, making previous treatments no longer effective. Medications and other medical interventions that previously provided relief suddenly lose their effectiveness. The presence of the jinn from outside makes it difficult to control the disease, leading to worsening symptoms and frustration for both the patient and caregivers. This type of possession can be particularly debilitating, often requiring intensive ruqya sessions and a multifaceted approach to healing through Allah. Level 5. Very brief possession. Al-Massu al-Ta'if. This type of possession lasts only seconds to a few minutes. It can manifest in sudden attacks like Jathum, also known as sleep paralysis, and other short episodes of possession. These attacks can be very distressing, but they are short-lived and usually resolve on their own. Despite their brief duration, they can have a significant impact on the well-being and peace of mind of the affected person. It is important to take these attacks seriously and take appropriate measures such as daily ruqya to prevent further incidents. Treatment and prevention. There are several effective methods to treat and prevent possession. Below, we discuss these methods in detail and provide practical tips for protection. Ruqya. Ruqya is a process where specific verses from the Quran and prayers are recited to expel the jinn and promote healing. This can be performed independently with the intention of using the power of the Quran to remove the negative influence of the jinn by the will of Allah. How to perform ruqya? Find a quiet place where you will not be disturbed. Perform wudu, which is the ritual purification. Recite the standard healing verses from the Quran such as Surah Al-Fatiha, Ayat Al-Kursi, the last two verses of Surah Al-Baqarah, and the last three surat, which is Al-Ikhlas, Al-Falaq, and Al-Nas. Specifically pray for protection and healing from Allah. Repeat the recitations daily. Morning and evening adhkar. Reciting morning and evening adhkar is a powerful way to seek daily protection against negative influences, including the jinn. These supplications ask God for help and protection throughout the day and night. How to recite adhkar? Start your day with the morning adhkar after Fajr, which is the morning prayer. End your day with the evening adhkar after Maghrib, which is the evening prayer. Focus your thoughts and be sincere in your supplications, asking Allah for protection and guidance. Praying Salah on time. Performing the 5 daily prayers on time is an obligation. Allah says, "Indeed, prayer has been decreed upon the believers, a decree of specified times." Why timely prayer is important? Prayer expiates sins. Prayer helps you to remain steadfast. Prayer ensures you are under Allah's protection. Prayer helps maintain discipline and structure in your daily routine. By regularly practicing these methods, you can protect yourself and your loved ones from the negative influences of the jinn. These different levels and forms of possession illustrate how complex and varied the influence of Jinn can be on individuals' lives. Understanding these phenomena is essential for providing effective help and healing, where ruqya can play a crucial role in freeing those affected from these invisible yet very real forces. Don't forget to watch our other videos on the unseen world for more guidance and practical tips.